All right, let's dive in. Have you ever found yourself daydreaming about spending a summer just soaking up a new culture, getting some incredible experience, and making stories you'll be telling for the rest of your life? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can turn that daydream into a reality. That quote is so true. Every big journey really does start with that first decision, that moment you decide to just go for it. It's kind of like looking at a view like this one. We all have our own mountains to climb, and this is about finding your own path to the top. It's about pushing your own boundaries and really discovering what you're made of. And this adventure, it's not some far-off fantasy. With the right info and a little bit of planning, it is absolutely yours for the taking. So let's get into it. First up, we need to talk about why a summer abroad isn't just a vacation with a textbook. It's a genuine, massive upgrade to your education and, honestly, to your life. It's a totally fair question, right? I mean, there are a million things you could be doing with your summer. So why pack your bags and head to a different country? Well, the reasons are pretty compelling. You could get an international internship that makes your resume just pop. Or you could finally knock out that foreign language requirement by actually living the language every day. Way more fun. You could even just catch up on some credits, but in a place that's way more inspiring than the campus library. And here's the best part. It's often way more affordable than you might think. Okay, when you start looking, the options can feel kind of endless, which is exciting for sure, but maybe a little overwhelming too. That's why the real key here is finding a program that lines up with your goals. See, it's not about finding the quote-unquote best program. It's about finding the best program for you. So to make this all a bit easier, we can basically sort all the options into three main paths. So think about it. Are you looking to just dive headfirst into a new culture? Or are you focused on building up your career? Or maybe you want to get a serious academic edge. Let's break down what each of these really looks like. First up, cultural immersion. This one is for anyone who wants to really live and breathe a new culture. Get past the tourist traps and truly connect with a place and its people. And wow, the possibilities are incredible. You could be in Seville, Spain, exploring centuries of blended cultures through flamenco dancing. Or how about Seoul, South Korea, where you can take classes and link up with local students in a program they actually call Soulmates. You could study pop culture in Tokyo or take language classes in Buenos Aires that come with trips to tango shows. These programs are all about getting you out there, living it. All right, let's pivot to path number 2. Professional development. This is for all of you who want to come home with more than just great photos. You want a killer addition to your resume. Just imagine it. You could be interning in Berlin, right in the heart of Europe's booming tech scene. Or maybe you head down to Sydney, Australia for a guaranteed internship in a field like marketing or even sports. You could even land in Vienna, a city with an amazing quality of life, working in international relations or the arts. These aren't just summer jobs, they're career launch pads. And our third path is for the dedicated scholar, academic focus. This is perfect if you want to use your summer to go really deep into your major, especially if you're interested in research. So this could mean taking specialized courses you just can't get back home, like studying art history while literally standing in the shadow of Milan's Duomo. Or it can mean getting real hands-on experience in a top-notch lab. It's all about taking that serious academic work and putting it in a completely new, inspiring environment. And what's really exciting here is how many opportunities there are for high-level research. STEM students can spend a summer in places like Dublin, Granada, or London, working right alongside leading researchers. I mean, this is the kind of experience that doesn't just look good on a grad school application, it truly prepares you for it. Okay, so you're inspired. You've kind of picked a path. But now comes the huge question, the one that stops so many people cold. How on earth do you actually pay for it? I really want you to let this sink in. Thousands of dollars, just unclaimed. The problem, so often, isn't that there's no money. It's that not enough people are applying for it. The funding's out there, literally waiting. And just to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, just one provider, IES Abroad, offers over $6 million in scholarships and aid. $6 million. That is a massive amount of support aimed at getting students like you out into the world. Now, this funding comes from a few different places. The program providers themselves are a huge source. At some, about 70% of their students get aid. And don't forget about federal aid. If you get a Pell Grant, for instance, there are major scholarships like the Gilman that are designed specifically for you. So we've established that the money is there. The next step is just building your toolkit to go out and find it, and it's probably more straightforward than you think. Here's a simple 3-step strategy. First, start with the providers of the programs you like. They have a real interest in helping you get there. Second, look for general grants, ones that aren't tied to a single program. And third, and this is a big one, look for identity-based aid. There are scholarships out there for almost every background imaginable. And here are just a handful of examples. You've got scholarships for students from underrepresented backgrounds, special funds for first-generation college students, the Big Gilman Scholarship for Pell Grant recipients, and even Boren Awards if you're studying a critical language. There's a really powerful commitment to making study abroad accessible for everyone. So, after you've found the program, you've secured the funding, what's the real long-term benefit? What's the thing that lasts long after you've unpacked your suitcase? This, right here, is the key. It's about the skills you bring back: critical thinking, adaptability, being able to collaborate with people from totally different cultures. These are not just buzzwords. They are real, valuable skills that employers all over the world are desperately looking for right now. So you've seen the paths, you've seen the possibilities, and you know there are ways to fund it. You know that this experience will change you for the better. Really, the only question left is, where will you go?